I'm providing a little review to help you recall some of the things that we did in our Primetime Yoga workshop. I'm not going to be going into a lot of detail on these movements, stretches, and yoga poses because you were there and you'll recall many of them. But this is just a refresher so that you can click on, yes, that was the movement she was talking about. That's what it looks like. And then you can practice on your own. Someday I'll have a DVD and we'll be able to practice together for a whole hour. So when we began, we went through a couple of shoulder rolls and some neck rolls. And then one of my favorites looks like this. That wonderful side stretch where you tilt the head to one side and as if you were nuzzling a fur collar or nodding yes with the head tilted. The stretch along each side of the neck as you move in and out of that stretch is amazing. And as you'll recall, each time you stretch a muscle and then relax it, circulation, prana, healing energy all begin to move into those muscles that are contracted and then released. We also did the cat and the dog. Now this cat and dog tilt, you remember, you're sitting in mountain, and as you exhale, you tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, and round the back. And as you inhale, you lift the tailbone and lift the chest. Now you notice that I drop my head back, feels great. But if you have a lot of crunching in that cervical spine, you don't want to tip the head back quite as far. How about the side twists from the chair? Again, always seated in that mountain pose, the seated mountain. Taking your left hand and putting it along the outside of your right leg, and taking the right hand and placing it alongside of the chair, sitting tall as you breathe in. Exhale and look over the shoulder. Inhale and come back to center. Remember to use that left hand against the right leg as leverage. Help yourself to twist and look over that shoulder. And of course you'd repeat the same thing on the other side. Remember that as you breathe in, you're lengthening. As you twist, you're exhaling. And then come back to center. So the shoulder rolls, the neck tilts. Also, we did that wonderful facial massage. Remember to create a little energy and warmth and bring the hands up to the face and give yourself a nice face, neck, and shoulder massage. Right down through the arms, down through the fingers. And again, pause after each one of those. Breathing in and out. The intention of all of these movements is to help get circulation moving, to release some of the stiffness in the body, to get the joints lubricated, and to really enjoy radiant health by all of those things put together. Now we're going to do something with the weights. Do you remember that we used, in the classroom we had 1, 3, and 5 pound weights available for you? For some of these I use a 5 pounder, and on others I use a 3-pounder. So I'm going to start out with my 5-pound weights. And in this movement, I'll go through it first and then I'll explain it. Arms out to the side, halfway up, and then all the way up. Your breathing on this is fairly simple. Just don't hold the breath. I breathe in and out, out, and in once again. Have fun with this one. I really like how I feel after I work with the weights. Now for the tricep curl, I like to use a 3-pound weight. And remember, you're sitting tall and mountain again. We're combining yoga breathing and postures with the use of the weights for strength training. I bend the elbow and drop the weight behind. I can take my opposite hand and support that arm if I'd like. Breathe in and out. Lift as you breathe in. Exhale as you lower. I do about 8 to 12 lifts. Then I rest. And I repeat it again, maybe 3 times. Of course, it's the same thing on the other side. When you bring that weight up, sitting tall in mountain, breathing in and out as you raise and lower. And about 8 to 15 times, pause, and then repeat it again. I like to alternate from arm to arm, and I'll do 3 sets of those. The bicep curl, again, combining yoga breathing, posture, alignment, along with that strength training of lifting and beginning to tone the bicep. Again, you can use your arm underneath if you like. And allow your breathing to be natural. Don't hold the breath. And again, anywhere is between 8 and 15 repetitions. Pause, rest. And while that other arm is resting, you can begin on the opposite side. So, the bicep and the tricep. Those were 2 that we used with the weights. I'm going to come down on the floor and we're going to be doing some of the floor work as well.